Let's eat it.
Tonight, from State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona, it's the NFC Wildcard Round on EA Sports.
Hey, what up, boy? What up, boy? What up, boy? Playoffs.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to the desert Southwest, Glendale, Arizona, and State Farm Stadium. Tonight we continue with Wild Card Weekend with what should be a great one between the Chicago Bears and the Arizona Cardinals.
I got in the number 3. I'm sorry, not number 3. Number 5. First wild card spot.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the postseason on EA Sports alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaunt, and Charles, that's really all I need to say to get you fired up. It's the postseason on EA Sports.
And no one's more fired up than the guys who are going to be playing in this game. This is what they've fought for all year long. Go back to the OTAs, the mini camps, training camp, throughout the season to get to the playoffs. Intensity level.
No, so you play lowest remaining seed. Well, yeah, well, that depends. It depends. If KG lose and the 7 seed lose, then yes. But if KG wins and the 7 seed lose, then you play KG. If the 7 seed win, then you play the 7 seed. And if KG win, me and him play in the next round. Because you know you always get the lowest remaining seed. Or highest remaining seed, excuse me. KG number, I'm 5, he's 6.
Not the start he was hoping for there, as he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
So Carolina number 2, and New Orleans number 7.
It's second down now. It's rare that men his size can at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about Tiny? You're talking about the little guy back there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in, he's got to take one for the team, right? Because he's just waiting there and holding on for everyone else to help him out.
Very nicely done there on the reception, and what an impact this rookie made on this offense, Charles, in the regular season.
Yeah, he's a big part of why they are where they are. He stepped into an important role, embraced it, and in a lot of ways expanded it, and immediately made a connection with his quarterback.
Always so many storylines when you're playing January football. And, Charles, you talk about this offense, their head coach, it's his first time in charge in the playoffs. And I think you and I were both kind of surprised by his demeanor and specifically his comments and his confidence at the press conference where he really all but guaranteed a victory.
Yeah, I was a little bit taken aback because you have
Hell yeah, we guaranteed that shit.
And on one hand, it's like, all right, cool. He's talking about his team, but on the other hand, I don't think it's in his best interest to do that. How many playoff games has he won again, Brandon?
None.
So there's your answer right there. I guess what he was trying to do was fire up his team, but he has to make sure he doesn't fire up the other guys because there have been a lot of coaches made guarantees that are no longer coaching in this league.
He's going to get this one down to Cook, and he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. 5 yards, and that means they come up short as they're going to have to punt here on the opening drive. The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away.
Oh, hell no.
Oh, he'll field it in the end zone.
Why the hell they switched that shit?
Didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. first down. Vic. He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. So a nice throw right there. And this, we all know, a big test for this young man at quarterback. He guided his team into the playoffs as a wild card. Now here he is on the road looking to get his guys to the second round. It's certainly a tough task no matter how you slice it.
Oh, I absolutely agree 100%. And wow.
Nope. And now the rookie's free. Touchdown, Chicago. A big play there. 70 yards. And the Bears will strike first here in this wild card matchup. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. The quick strike ability certainly intact there. 2 plays, 80 yards to score it. And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. Johnson won't return this, and the football will come out to the 25. So the Cardinals offense back onto the field here for their second drive of the game.
We finally healthy on defense. I got everybody back. Let's get it.
As they trail early in this wild card game. A first down throw for Young. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's the Pro Bowl quarterback, Richard Sherman. And the Bears are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip,
oh yeah,
you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead,
shout out.
Keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
On 2nd and 9, Vic flush to his right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad. Yeah. They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in to get some points.
On 3rd down, Vic. They'll roll him out right.
Wow. Oh yeah, we'll take that flag. They get it. What happened, dog? We'll take it.
So pass interference, the call. That's going to set him up with a first down.
And if it's a bang play,
that ball was uncatchable, but I won't tell nobody.
Impeded the receiver's right to catch the football. The officials letting the players know how the game's going to be called here in the first quarter.
Now Tomlinson on 1st and 10. And not a lot of daylight. Not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
That's your one.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
As usual, of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
You have to ask the question, where was the help? Because it's a little surprising to me that he find that much room to run this close to the end zone. He doesn't quite get there, but he sets his guys up with a 1st and goal.
Vic now. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Julio Jones there to make the grab. And the Bears lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. The extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 14-0. So that drive spanned 5 plays, and it culminates in a touchdown for Chicago. And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away.
Try to get my niggas out the game by halftime.
Johnson won't return this, and the football will come out to the 25. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. And they're in an early hole. First drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, it's Young. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Chandler Jones. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there.
They get it. It's in the same spot.
At the 40-yard line. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it. Put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
Working with 2nd and 5 now. From the gun, they give to Tomlinson. And he'll go down at the 28.
Good running right there. And this is a man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances. And he picks up nice yardage on that one.
On first down, Tomlinson.
Come on, Randy. Hold that block.
Inside the 15, shy of 10. The Bears with the football. We get set to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Tomlinson.
Perfect.
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A 12-yard touchdown run. And the Bears continue to pull the playoff surprise as they lead big here on the road. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
It's a break.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing, Young.
Out of bounds. Oh, come on, come on. No, no, no. Come on, man. Come on, man. Come on, man. Fuck.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. To throw, Young.
They still taking my niggas out.
And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
Come on, man. And I forgot Moss to do that, though.
He's going to field this at the 4.
Let's get it.
To the right
Let's get it.
Touchdown, Chicago. Coast to coast, 96 yards on the punt return. And the Bears are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. What a risk he took, but it paid off. I mean, he took that punt from inside the 5 near the goal line, ran it all the way back.
And normal coaching says you let that one go. Anytime you're inside the 10-yard line, you let it hit and hopefully bounce.
He ain't even supposed to be back
though.
there.
He took a risk, and boy, that paid off in a big way.
He ain't even supposed to be back there. Oh, Bruce Sternum. Okay, that's fine. That means he'll be back next week. Whew.
So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. In second quarter, they're down big already. He's struggling as well. They've got to find something here. He's got to find something on this drive.
And sometimes you take on all that extra pressure on yourself, and maybe you have to disperse it a little bit. Lean on some other people, lean on your teammates, find someone who can take the pressure off and get the ball in their hands for a while.
And from the third
Stupid.
half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
And he'll be dropped at the 23 after a pickup of about 4.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Ah, shit.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Vick, throw left side complete. That's Jones. And they'll get this down to the 10.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football.
And no.
Takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. A great effort there with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Bears continue to pull away here in this first half. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead will swell by 1 more. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it was finished off with a 10-yard touchdown scamper. And it's been a Terry now to kick it away after the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And last time, 1 play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception.
What?
A lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action.
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
1 play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Here's Young from the shotgun.
I'll take that.
4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. Well, we heard all week that they were going to put the football in the air a lot. The problem is that is now 4 interceptions, Charles, that he has thrown in this first half. How do you treat a situation? What do you say to your quarterback right now?
Boy, that's an interesting question, because a lot of it depends on the head coach and the people making the decisions. You have to know your quarterback and know if he's mentally tough enough to have a chance to turn it around. Or is he a guy that maybe you've seen enough and it's time to go to the backup? But right now what you're rooting for is your defense to help keep you in the game, to give him an opportunity to get back on track. Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Now, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Two minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. A reminder coming up at the half, as we've done all year. We'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown on what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin on the road to Super Bowl 53 in Atlanta. Down right around the 25. They'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 7.
Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Jones goes diving, and he's got it.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll run. Tomlinson. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A great play there. Saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game.
And the Bears have taken a 6-touchdown lead.
Point after, right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half. And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here again comes the captain of this offense, leading his crew back out there now. He's struggled. His team has struggled. You talk to me a lot about looking to your leaders. Maybe it's time for him to put his mark on this game.
Agreed. And how that has to happen is somehow he's got to flush out everything that's happened so far and almost start over and get back to that confident level and know that he can play the game, because so far this has been a real struggle.
Yeah, absolutely. He's got the interceptions, trying to turn it around. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Here's Bradley Pinion now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away.
Waddle now to return it.
Let go. Let go.
He takes it all the way back. No time, no flags. A punt return touchdown and a stunning end of the first half.
And they kicked it to him. They kicked it to him.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that will take us to the end of the first half of play. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard match as we send you on out to our studios.
So I'll try and get these niggas out by halftime.
At REA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. What a day it's been so far. This is the 3rd of our Saturday triple header. 3 more to come tomorrow. The playoffs are officially underway. But first, let's take a look ahead to Sunday's action in the NFC. A 3-6 battle that ought to be a good one, as it'll be the Minnesota Vikings taking on the Philadelphia Eagles.
An abbreviated halftime show as we...
Appreciate your hard work. 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 All right, that's it.
Rolling to quarter three. These two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. Taking in at the 3. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work to run it a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But they run it more.
Chew and clock for the rest of the game.
Get even bigger plays in the passing game.
Second down, another run with Taylor. And a 42-yard line here and brought down there.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Fields throws taken in by Waddle. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big third quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
Meanwhile, Fields' throw taken in here by Chase. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds.
Come on, bro. How does they get through clean like that?
None of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. They run once more with Taylor. And this play, like the previous one, thanks to that stout Cardinal defense. Back-to-back, they've been tackled behind the line. A loss of 1, now a loss of 2, and they're staring at a 3rd and 13.
Oh, yeah. We're back up 10 already.
To throw is Fields.
Bad throw, Jay.
Incomplete.
They really had a good job going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
And his kick is good. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
The Cardinals offense now ready to get their first opportunity here in the 2nd half. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
Running right. Here's Okoye. Room here to run. And he goes down before getting this inside the 25. Big pickup there on the run.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Hasn't had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
She got out of hand, huh?
Because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Took till the 2nd half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. They've got a 1st and 10 from the 10. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A great effort there to make the grab. And the Cardinals are able to make things a bit more respectable. Extra point try good by Gano. So they do get 1 score back, but still a long way to go here in the 3rd quarter. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Here comes Jalen Waddle from his end zone. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Bears offense now gets set to head back onto the field. Still comfortably on top, 3rd quarter as they start things here with a 1st and 10. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. He takes this from the 30 to the 34.
A nice 4-yard gain, so you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
2nd down, another run with Taylor. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8. One quarter remains in this NFC wildcard matchup. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Oh, yeah, let's hit them Bulls.
1st and 10, Taylor now. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
Come on, stay in bounds.
I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this fourth quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner, pound away, and try and finish off the game.
Tackle made by Marcus Golden. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. On the counter, it's Taylor. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 57 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
They'll run on first down. It's Taylor. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy. They practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
Well, they've had success on the ground on this drive, and that makes a defense more likely to overcommit to stop the run as they did on that play. But keep in mind, it makes them susceptible to play-action passes as well.
7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Back to throw, Fields. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch.
Well, partner, nothing but praise from me for this offense. They have been tremendous all night long. They knew what they had to do to unlock the defense. And let's face it, this has been a master class in offensive football that we've been here to witness.
They'll run here with Taylor, and they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Look, we all know that sometimes we see upsets in the wild card round, but I have to tell you, in this case, I did not see that coming.
I don't think anyone in the stadium saw it coming. You and I were coming in before the game.
Well, you must be stupid.
Travel plans for next weekend. They might want to cancel those.
Yeah, I would say so, because right now it's looking more and more like they're going to be one and done. They're probably trying to call the hotel and make sure they get their security deposit back.
And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. Out of the end zone comes Johnson. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far, and they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. Young's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. Young working out of the gun. 3rd down just got a lot tougher. That will officially go as a loss of 7. Young now. Now he's going to go deep.
What the fuck was that?
And got his man complete. And he will be taken down. It is a huge play there to flip field position. And they'll be on the other side of the field as we have reached the 2-minute warning. Now a draw play. It's Okoye. And he's going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there for him. 2nd down. And a quick throw here. That's complete. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. 3rd down. Young from the gun. contact well timed there, and now 4th down. Gano's kick is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. They have bucked the trend so far. Sterling performance to this point on the road, no less in the wild card round, and they look to finish things off here in this 4th quarter. Now it looks like he'll throw here, escaping the pressure right. This will be caught. It's Waddle, and he'll go out near midfield at the 49.
And that's a nice throw right there. And I'll tell you what I've seen in recent times and actually watched a presentation in the offseason from a college offensive coordinator that showed about 10 different drills that he runs with his quarterbacks to show them how to get out of the pocket, how to get comfortable when they're doing so, and to make plays under that type of duress. That's an example of what we're seeing the colleges deliver to the NFL.
On 1st down, it's Fields. Eluding the pressure right. Open man is Waddle, complete. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage as shown by that last play.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. They seemingly just continue to score at will. And as great as it's been for the offense, you got to feel for that defense down there.
I love how you use the word will, because both teams came into the game with the will to win. But one team has obviously imposed its will on the other and broken them. Because what we're seeing right now, wow, that's a defense that's in tatters after what they faced in this ballgame.
Out of the end zone.
Kyle Pitts, get the fuck out of there.
Well, ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The football going back over to Arizona now. Saying their fans here are stunned would be an understatement. Things in this wild card round have not gone according to plan. Young looks to throw on 1st down. That one complete to Okoye. And this will leave him a yard short.
Hey, on to the next round, on to the next round.
Them on to the divisional round.
Everyone plays all year long for the right to get into the tournament, as they like to call it. Wild card, divisional, doesn't matter to them. One moves on, one goes home.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. We say good night from Glendale.
Oh, just in time for the game. Game show about to start. Shut up. Is that the wind or is it raining outside? Oh no, that's just the wind. That's just the wind. I'm ready. Alright, it's on you, KG. I'll holler at y'all.